Man, episode 35, Rich. What do we got going on this week?
We got 5 great movies. I rewind that. We got 5 movies. We got Soulcatcher. We got Little Mermaid 2023, The Black Demon, The Nun 2, and my mind's Monkey King.
And you have a special guest.
I have my daughter with me, Malia.
Hi.
Awesome.
She's joining me for a quick, small few seconds because it's my birthday and I twisted her arm. So it's not my birthday today, but for Saturday it is. So she's going to join us.
Close enough. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's roll the intro and get this thing rolling. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us for the Faces for Radio podcast. I am your host, David, a.k.a. the 4K Lowedown, and my co-host is...
Rich, a.k.a. Turner Fan 77, and I got my daughter with me for a few minutes tonight.
Hi.
Special guest, Malia. Thank you for joining us. By far, the best-looking person we've had on Faces for Radio.
I agree.
But we've got another special guest that's going to jump in. He's going to talk the movies with us this week. We suckered him. We talked him into coming in this time, but, and we suckered him in. We got him into watching these movies, and we're going to see his thoughts on these. Let's bring him in. Our good friend, the ultra geek himself, Alex Figueroa from Geeks and Flicks. Alex, how you doing, brother?
I picked the wrong freaking week to watch movies with you guys. I will say that. I think I picked the wrong week.
Making him do this one.
Oh Lord! But
yeah.
Well, I was so lost because I'm like, wow. When I saw that intro, I was like, you guys do not look like that. Those two silhouettes. What you guys do? Like app? Yeah, fix faces and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
what is something because we're ugly?
Yeah, it's one of those old-timey. It was an old-timey app to make yourself look like you're back in the 50s or something like that.
Well, let me tell you, these movies you guys tortured me through.
Yeah. We hung you up by your toenails and made you watch these, and I apologize, brother. I really do. Usually last week was good.
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And then we started watching these. I was like, really? We're getting Alex to watch these?
The text he sent me was gold.
I feel so bad that this was the one that we picked for you to come in but it is what it is. As we always say that the movies are subjective. We don't know what we're going to get. If they're new, we put them in and we kind of make our lineup without really knowing what's going on with them. And then we watch them and we're either like, or we're like, hey, that was a really good surprise. Or this time, unfortunately, it kind of went south on us.
South? I mean, geez, I think out of the 6 movies,
Mexico because that would let into one of the movies we're talking about. But it went south.
Yeah. No, but look, it was fun watching them. But yeah, it was cool.
You're gonna add all 5 movies to your collection. I know it.
Oh no, I will not. Maybe one I will. But the others, I know.
Nice. Well, let's get with the chat really quick because everybody's already timing in.
All right.
Harrison jumped in, taking Evan's cookie because usually Evan goes first. Nate jumps in early. What's up, Nate? Thank you for jumping in, brother. He just wants to make sure Alex doesn't say anything incriminating.
Yes, I'm really bad at that, but I can't. Rich's daughter's here, so we're good. We're good. We're doing
like,
that.
Oh, look at the time. I gotta go.
That's what she says.
And not to be outdone, Evan does show up. I am here to make sure Nate doesn't start trouble.
Oh, Jesus.
And then Jay shows up saying greetings, and I bet he's making sure that Evan doesn't start anything.
Yeah.
Movie Hunter 2020 comes in saying, "Evening, Rich plus guest David, Alex, and chat. Thank you for joining us,
Movie
brother."
Hunter.
Harrison saying, "Alex, are you coming in? You're coming in choppier than the Pacific Ocean."
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it stopped now.
Yeah, it looks better now, but
yeah.
I'm here to see Nate start trouble. Okay, that makes sense. And then
What's up, Michael?
My best friend Mike is in the house. Thank you so much, brother, for jumping on. He usually jumps in, but he doesn't say anything. Even says not all movies are subjective. They are all in Rich's top 5. And we're back to that. So
before we get going, she has to get ready for bed soon because it's school night. You saw 2 of these movies. You saw Little Mermaid and The Black Demon. What did you think, real quick?
The Black Demon was horrible. That was just bad. The Little Mermaid, I was kind of surprised by it. Like, it wasn't. I don't think it was good, but it also wasn't like horrible.
Right.
Like, did you okay, it wasn't like, I'm not saying it was good. I'm saying it was like less than okay. Like, it was like, I don't know.
Would you watch him again?
I don't know. I don't know. It would take lots to probably get me to watch it again.
Okay. So they sucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
so
right.
Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yep.
Good job. That's pretty much what we're going to say, Malia. So you hit the nail on the head.
There you go.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Good night. And now the shackles are off me,
now
baby.
shackles are off, Alex.
The shackles are off.
The censors are gone. We can now spit all the filth we want. My brother says, "Don't want to miss shark movies. You might want to miss this one."
Oh Lord, yes.
If we have any teenage puberty movies, Rich will give it an 89.
Oh, that's awesome. But that movie wasn't bad, Nate. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Bad. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. That was good. It was actually a pretty good movie.
It was.
All right.
Alex got the sweater off. He's ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, no.
Hot up in here.
He's dripping down. He's ready for the hot tub. Let's go. Yes. All right. Now, we're just going to get right into the lowest scored movie. So basically what we do, we take 5 movies every week, and it's on either in theater, streaming, or video. And we watch them, we review them, we let you know what we thought, and good or bad, they're all in there. So we're going to start off with our lowest one. And I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind that our lowest scored movie this week is The Black Demon.
Yeah.
And I'm going to.
Well, I didn't give you my numbers, which I feel bad.
You did not give me your numbers,
but it's okay. I will give it to you very quick on these.
I have no doubt in my mind. So The Black Demon, the synopsis is an oil man goes and visits this rig down Mexico way or down in Latin America, and the town that was running the thing is in shambles. It goes out to the rig's deserted, and there's this killer shark that's basically killing everybody that was working as a part of the rig and is just terrorizing the family when it goes there. So you get a little bit of a twist in the story, which I don't think anybody was surprised by. I saw it coming a mile away, and you get some real cheesy CGI and some haphazard, like, trying to kill scenes that you don't really see. All in all, there are some things I did like about this movie, but this movie is horrible.
It's terrible.
No, this is
awful. It is horribly made. It is horribly acted. George Lucas is like a wet diaper in this movie. Yeah. I would rather watch a wet diaper act than him in this movie.
Remember, he was supposed to be the next big thing.
I know, he was supposed to be huge. He did Stealth with Jamie Foxx and Jessica Biel, and they were like, "Oh, he's going to be this great action star." And then,
he sucks.
I've had better runs in my shorts than this guy had, and I just I don't know. Every time I think about this movie, I think about crap because this was a steaming pile to watch.
Yeah, Bloody Disgusting made this movie out to be like it was going to be the next great shark movie, and I was like, what? After watching it, I was like, no, this was fucking terrible.
Let me tell you, the poster alone tells you this movie's a piece of shit. Like, you got to look at the poster.
Let's go back to it.
Look at the poster. This does not tell you this is going to be a good movie. Like,
Right.
at all. Like, at all. Like, first of all, you really don't get that girl in the there's no girl dies in this damn movie. So
that is true.
This is false advertising. Number
whole
one.
Thing the whole girl in the front with her hand up. No. No.
Yeah. So that's false advertising. The shark does look like that. The oil rig does not look gray. It look like a deserted orange piece of rust.
A rust bucket is what.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the family standing there is only showing the family and not the Mexican workers that were there.
That's right.
That's racist.
Didn't show my people.
This is discrimination. Horrible poster. And horrible. This movie is a piece of shit. Like it is. I mean, I wanted to turn it off 5 minutes in because it looked like a horrible. I mean, it looked bad. You know when it looks bad.
Oh, man, I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, yeah. I remember we were gonna watch this a while back.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to see it in the theater and we didn't get it. I didn't get a chance to, but Rich got to see it and he's like, dude, just leave it. Just don't even watch it. And then I was like, hey, it's on Prime, maybe I'll just check it out. And he's like, all right, we'll put it in. And I watched the trailer and I went, oh crap. Yeah. I love shark movies. I even like the low budget shark movies. Some of them don't bother me. Like I loved Open Water, and you hardly see a shark in Open Water.
Oh, that Open Water is all about.
Yeah, but Open Water is all about the suspense and the
but tension. Open Water was filmed in a big studio. Yeah, like it looked like a motion picture. This doesn't look. This looked like someone shot it with their iPhone and just put it through like a program like Final Cut and through all the CGI and was like, we got ourselves a movie. Let's throw this shit up.
I was like, I think I could do better with my equipment. I think you could.
I think all three of us could act better than all these actors in this movie.
Oh my god, the scene with the mom yelling at the dad because she found out that he signed off on everything was like one of the worst scenes I think I've seen. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad.
It's really bad.
This is not good.
Evan says, based on how Rich looked at his daughter review for the Little Mermaid, he will not like what I say. Movie Hunter just looks like a cheap Walmart shark movie. Oh, it's even worse than that, bro.
It's really bad.
It's even worse than that. What can we really expect from that? Jay says, sweet, a movie right up my alley, if not to watch. Yeah, but it has a big shark in it.
But you don't see the shark. The shark's hardly in it.
It does have a big shark in it. You hardly see it because there's so much oil in the ocean that you can't really see the shark. Look at the poster. The family just standing there watching someone get eaten.
Yeah.
Like nothing is happening. No, nothing is happening. In fact, I say through most of the movie, that Josh Lucas just doesn't believe that it's happening or anything like that. Like his career. Kind of like his career and that shirt, which he kept unbuttoned through most of the movie.
I don't know. This is just horrible. Like, I mean, the kids, I can't blame the kids because they're kids actors. Some of them are hit or miss with them. They could be great. They could be good. You really don't know. When it comes to the parents, they were the worst. I mean, honestly, it is just a horrible, horrible movie. Horrible. It's time to score this shit.
What are our numbers, man?
Well, first, I do have to say, even though I couldn't find a budget on it, that the movie did make $3.6 million in the box office. And 2.8 of that was in Turkey, I believe. Russia, Mexico, and Australia were 2.8 million were made, and it made 600,000 here in the States. So 3.6 million. Woo. But I think it had a budget. If it was more than $1.95, then they paid too much for the budget.
Yeah.
So based on the Mexican legend. Yeah. Oh, and actually, I have actually a comment on that. I watched it twice. Why is it called Black Demon? Is a shark made of oil? No. This movie's a turkey. I would just going to say score it and move on, but score this shit is better phrasing. Yes,
score this
but
shit.
there is a legend in Mexico about the Black Demon and how it's a megalodon that is like hidden and it has supernatural powers and it does all this shit. So the background of the story is somewhat correct, even though the script was written in crayon. But there is aspects of the story that is, because I did research on this for my paranormal podcast. We were actually going to talk about the Black Demon as a cryptid, and we ended up eliminating it and going with something else. But I did do research on it, and the story for the most part is pretty accurate to what I've researched in the past. But so I did give a decent score for the story because of that, but otherwise doesn't kill it. So let's go to our highlights. And okay, so the highlights are done.
Highlight.
I mean, it's sad when the highest score that we give is for the trailer, and the trailer itself was bad enough.
Yeah.
But the trailer made me go, okay, maybe it's decent. And then as soon as it started, I went, no.
I didn't see the trailer. I just went straight into this movie. I think all of these movies I went straight in.
You remember, one of the scores that we do is the plot, where we read the synopsis and we look at the trailer and we decide on a 1 to 10 scale whether we'd watch the movie or not.
Gotcha.
Okay, he did. Nate popped in. Oh yeah. Thanks for the explanation, David. I think I'm going to continue my life having never watched. You know what? You're going to be better off, my brother. So
save yourself.
So let's just go ahead and skip to the final scores on the Black Demon.
Everything.
Alex, did you? Well, yeah, I'm just going to do like the total score. So, Alex, what was your total score on the Black Demon?
What's wild card? Before
the wild card is based on the genre. So, as a horror movie, on a 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Oh, okay. So it's how many categories is in it?
It's 10.
Okay, so it's 10 points. It's one across the board.
For Alex. So he gives it a 10.
It's a 10.
And it's not a 10 out of 10. That's 10 out of 100.
Yeah.
So Alex completely shit on this movie and flushed it right down the toilet.
It's bad.
But it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
I try to be objective. I know Rich tries to be objective. So our scores are a little bit different, but we've been doing this all year. So going to the final scores, let's look at the card. IMDb is giving us a 3.7. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 29%. Audience score 79%. I don't know who the heck reviewed that.
Who did that?
That is so crap.
It says 50 plus scores. So I'm like, okay, so not many people reviewed it, but maybe it's the people that worked in the movie. They were like, oh man, this is great. Rich, you gave this a 48. I gave it a 53. Our Faces for Radio score is 50.5. And that takes our 5th spot tonight.
What?
Avoid this movie. Avoid this movie.
Avoid this movie. Don't watch it.
Oh my God.
Stay away.
If I could go below 10, I would. This would be like negative on the negative 100 scale. This is horrible. Like, you know what?
You had to take a shower after watching this?
Yeah, it was just bad.
He's gonna have to take another shower.
I think so, because we got more to go.
We got more to go. The good news is it gets better, kind of. So
hopefully.
Not really.
Not really. Not a whole lot.
It gets worse, but go ahead.
Evan says, so what you're saying is I might like it.
Probably, Evan, probably.
I got, like I said, there were things about it that I did like, but I had to pull all the rest of that garbage out to really nitpick at some, okay, that was pretty good. Okay, that was a decent scene. But it, as a whole, I was like on my phone. I was I was not really, it didn't keep my interest. I wasn't really paying attention to it because the acting was so bad. It was so bad.
And the pace was horrible. The pace was garbage. Like, so I don't blame you being on the phone. I mean, I
Yeah.
would have looked at the ceiling drying for all I care, or paint dry. But
Or watch the grass grow outside.
yes.
Yeah, I made Malia watch this one. That was my bad.
Oh,
I know
man,
she was like,
that's
"Oh my god, that was so horrible." That's why she wanted to be on the show. She wanted to express her disdain in that movie. And speaking of disdain, the other one that she didn't care for is our number 4 movie this week, and that is The Little Mermaid.
Oh,
God, this is terrible. This is so bad.
So this is interesting because I mean,
interesting.
Everybody knows that I don't like musicals.
That's true.
So once they break out into song, I fucking leave the room. I can't do it. I can't deal with it. And the songs in here, I know they're mostly the same songs than in the animated movie, but they sounded so much worse to me.
They did.
They look. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And then there was that stupid ass Aquafina song with the Scuttlebutt or whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, Scuttlebutt. Yeah.
F that song, bro. The thing was, I could have sung that song, and I'm tone deaf, and I was cringing at this.
When they announced this movie and they announced who was playing Ariel, I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. I was on board. I wasn't going to judge until I saw the movie, and she sucked.
Yeah, I didn't think she was that bad.
She was unbelievable.
No, well, you know, they're under the sea. I don't believe it anyway, but
I believe Jason Momoa.
I think when it comes to Ariel,
that's Aquaman. That's different.
I think with Ariel, I think she sounded great singing. She had a great voice.
I agree with that.
She cannot act for shit.
I agree with that.
That's the problem. And then the other problem is, it's just all around. It's just I don't want to say something wrong. It's just miscasting all over the place.
Yeah,
Melissa McCarthy, I can say, is the best.
But she didn't do anything but sit there.
She sounded like a drunken aunt on Christmas.
I don't like her to begin with.
I hate her.
She had this Mae West impression going on that it sounded like to me.
And it felt like they didn't know what to do with her because she was always sitting down. She was never really doing anything.
Yeah, Ursula, I could say she looked the best. She sounded drunk.
Yeah,
but other
like
than
Dave the other
that,
night.
yeah, pretty much. And then you have Eric, who does not look like Eric. It was horrible. Again, what creeped me out was the animation of the damn real life animals talking. That Sebastian fucked me up. I was like, this is creepy as shit. He had 2 little eyes like this. I was like, what am I looking at? He's like, come on, man. What?
He didn't even sound the part.
He
and I
did
like
not.
the guy that plays him. I like the dude as the actor that played it, but he didn't fit the part.
He did not. It was bad. It was really bad. I had to stop the movie halfway and watch it 2 days later because I couldn't take it. It was.
I had to pause it too.
Yeah. And that last
I started watching it and honestly couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
I will at some point, but I just couldn't do it. The original one is so good, and this one feels like a total mockery of it.
Yeah,
that's a good way of putting it.
And there was a part where Ursula was like, she called her red, and I'm like, well, her head is not red; it's orange.
Right.
I was lost. I was, I understand. Yeah, you're gonna say orange is red underwater, blah blah blah. But I'm like, Ariel had like deep red hair, like ruby red. She's orange, but Ursula kept calling her red, and I was just like, oh, whatever. I guess you guys are sticking to the script. They did change a lot of stuff though. Eric has a song which was never in the original.
That was stupid too.
That was a horrible.
Yeah,
I can't stand his voice. I don't know what I was like nails on a chalkboard when I heard him sing on the ship. I was like, I can't. No.
And then Under the Sea changed because Ariel was singing with Sebastian. I was like, wait a minute. She left that whole thing. Remember? Ariel left. Yeah, it was no duet. Ariel left. And then by the time, the song is over, she wasn't there in the shell. Remember? The shell opened and she was like there. And then like, where's Ariel? And then the father gets mad. Ariel! But and that was another miscast. Javier Bardem as the father. I was like, what is? Look at that.
It's terrible.
That is bad, bro. That's bad. I don't know what Disney was thinking about with this movie, Yeah, I can't. That I can't. I don't know.
This is just another line of failure for Disney this year. I mean,
yeah, decisions.
Mm-hmm. But this was under Bob Chapek too. I don't think Iger would have probably allowed this script. I think he would have been more.
So Evan says all the changes are actually from the play. Well, the play sucks. If that's what you're telling, the play sucks because
the play is crap.
Yeah, so that means pretty much you alter the entire movie. Which is this the first Disney movie that they change in terms of taking the cartoon? Because Aladdin was pretty much spot on, right? When you watch Aladdin, it was pretty much a little bit spot on.
Most of these live action ones have been like nose to nose with what the animated feature was. But this one
was not. It was weird. I don't know who decided to change that stuff, but
Evan said I didn't love the movie, but it wasn't as bad as some say it is. CGI was terrible, but I do love that Prince has purpose in the movie, unlike the cartoon, just dancing around at sea for his birthday.
It is his birthday. What do you want to do?
Nate says the cartoon was 85 minutes, but the movie is over 2 hours, and yet nothing of substance.
It felt like a Lord of the Rings movie. It was like
It did.
Prince's song was terrible, right? God, I thought it was okay.
Would you guys agree?
Needed more acting. I hate McCarthy. Was terrible.
Yeah, she was horrible.
This where Disney doesn't understand their own.
But McCarthy's terrible and everything.
Do you guys agree?
So
like certain aspects of the movie doesn't translate well to live action. Like when she had no voice, did not work because she didn't know how to act. Like at least the cartoon, you could see that she's trying to talk, but she can't.
Yeah.
So it was like she was hard to. Over here, she was just. I don't know. That whole thing. And the ending felt kind of rushed. She grabbed the thing, she threw it, she got her voice, and all of a sudden her legs came out, and then all of a sudden they went and Melissa McCarthy throws in the water. The father was like, take the trident, and all of a sudden she becomes big and ugly CGI fight. It was just like it just felt so fast. And I was just like, this movie was so unnecessary. It had potential. If it was under a right director, better writing, it just sucks. And I feel bad for the girl too, because she got a lot of backlash with this type of movie. And when it comes to backlashes, I don't like it. But the film itself, as a film, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
and
in terms of, but yeah.
And you're gonna have the same thing with the upcoming Snow White.
Supposedly they're gonna cancel it. That's what that's rumors going around because of her hating and all that.
They're gonna scrub Snow White.
Yeah, they think they're gonna cancel it.
All kinds of stupid crap going on with that. But Evan was saying that Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast added the most differences. And I do remember
felt like there was a lot of songs in that shit.
Yeah. And I personally hated this movie, but I thought I hated it because I hate musicals. So I tried to be objective with my scoring, and I scored it higher than I should have. But
I gotta look at my scores.
I gotta see what we got here. Let's see. Scan plot. Story. I will give it the cinematography. I mean, it's CGI.
There's tons of CGI. So I mean, that's cinematography that also counts with CGI, visual effects, that kind of stuff. Basically, the visuals in the movie, and then the music. That's all sound effects, score.
Well, I would give it a 15 out of 100.
Well, at least it's higher than the first one.
Yeah, by 5.
By 5.
Yeah.
Okay, but when this comes out on Blu-ray,
the only live remake,
how many people are going to buy this?
Everybody.
Everybody's going to buy this.
Everybody's on 4K. Everybody's going to buy it because they're going to want the steel book, and they want the slip cover, and they want to look cool and do their YouTube, and then they pull it up on Macari and sell it.
But the CGI is terrible.
Well, Kick-Ass 2 is a piece of shit movie, and everyone brought it on Steelbook. So what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm just saying. That's exactly. I have it on Blu-ray too, so I was like, I don't need it because it's a piece of shit movie. I'm not buying a piece of shit movie because it got up, it became a 4K. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, I'm not gonna jump into it. But a lot of people brought it. And I'm like, is really that good of a movie? Because when I looked at the box office, me and Nate did the review, the damn thing
did
flopped.
that not too long ago, right?
Yeah. And it flopped.
Yeah, so let's talk about the box office numbers for Little Mermaid. Thanks for segueing that for me, Alex.
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
All right. So the production budget on this was $250 million, and it made worldwide $561.1 million.
It's not a flop. It's
not a flop.
It's broken even.
Barely. It barely broke even because you really, in order to actually make some money, you have to make 3 times the budget.
Yeah.
So they needed to do 750 in order to really turn a profit with it. So they didn't do that. Now, Rich, you know how I am with buying stuff on day one.
Yes.
When it comes out on physical. I'm just going to tell everyone here that I am not going to buy this movie.
Thank you, Dave. Do not support this.
The funny thing is, I don't buy Disney. So I haven't brought a Disney movie in ages. So I could give 2 craps. I'm like, hey, okay, great. I have it free on Disney Plus. So it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Evan says if I use David's special sauce scoring, I would end up around 50 points.
Special sauce.
Special sauce. My daughter loves it. She's 4, so I might buy it on Black Friday. Okay. Yeah,
like $5. Oh, definitely.
Like $5 or $7 for the Blu-ray. Yeah. I'm sticking with the animated films. There hasn't been a single live action remake with the exception of the Cinderella one where I liked it.
What about Jungle Book, man?
I never seen it.
I like Jungle Book.
You know who doesn't buy Disney? Evan. He's a fake Disney fan. Them's fighting words, brother. I think that might end up getting us canceled. Heaven's gonna like go off. But yeah. So yeah, no, I scored this thing too high. But I was kind of like, okay, I don't want my own personal feelings to sway the scoring. So I tried to be as objective as possible.
Well, you have to though. It's your personal feeling though.
Like it's my personal feeling. But yeah, I mean, if
you think it's a piece of crap, it's a piece of crap.
Hatred, and I'm just gonna say my hatred of musicals, I just don't think it's natural.
No, I get it. I totally understand. Like I hate remakes.
Yeah,
that's my thing. I hate remakes. I cannot stand remakes. But when I sit down, if one is really good, I give it as kudos. I'm like, you know what? This is a really good remake. But this is a horrible remake. Like
I agree.
I
don't hate remakes because it doesn't take the other film away. You still have the original, and like you said, if it's a good remake, then it's a good remake. You have both.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what you guys gave Little Mermaid?
All right, let's go to our scores.
I see Rich at 60. I see him at a 60 something.
No, I'm actually closer to there than
Rich is at 80.
I gave this the second highest score of all the movies.
What?
Like I said, I told you, I feel like I overscored this.
You might
because I was like, okay, I can't just hate it because I was like, I really hated the music, but I was like, is it because I don't like musicals, or is it because the music is that bad?
It's that.
And now I realize that the music is that bad. It's not just, but yeah, I just when they start singing, my brain just goes, fuck that, and I can't.
The only good song was "Kiss the Girl." That's the only one. Under the Sea was crap. Eric's song was crap. Ursula's song was crap. The only one was when the animals wasn't there, and that was Kiss the Girl. Because they were singing from a distance, so you didn't get to see the animation. It was just Eric and Ariel on a boat. So I was like, oh, okay, I can get into this part of the songs. I was like, that's cool. But yeah,
I zoned out so much throughout this movie.
I bet you did, because I zoned out too. I was just like, this is so
well, yeah, when that song came on, Alex, I walked outside and I stood outside my window and watched it from outside the window until the song was over.
It was like muted. Or you just saw just emotion.
You're dedicated.
I was like, I gotta see it, but man, I as soon as the song started, I got up and I just walked outside and I went, crap, I gotta watch this movie. So I went around to my deck so I could see it from the side window, and I was watching like this. And I go, is the song over? yelling to my daughter.
Like, sha-la-la-la-la-la, you don't die.
Like, you see the boat turning and the stuff and the fireflies, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
They're doing the kiss the girl still, and she goes, okay, it's over, and I walk in, and I'm like, cool.
They should just put Katy Perry's "Kiss the Girl" in there instead.
She sang that? Oh, her
I kissed the girl, and I liked it.
And I liked it.
Kiss the girl. They added the line about consent.
That's true. They did.
So 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could power a city with how many times Howard Ashman's grave is spinning with these remakes butchering his songs.
Yes, and you know what's funny? The guy who helps Eric with the white hair, the bald head, isn't he the terrorist from True Lies? He was the terrorist in True Lies. He was the main one.
I'm just like, all I can hear is Battery Aziz.
You are flirting like a
bitch. Man.
Oh
You're flirting like a whore.
Yeah. I mean, he slapped the Jesus out of her.
The shit out of Theatrical.
When they're editing this movie, how can they know they have
the look on her face when she got hit, though, too? She was like, holy shit. I want to go watch True Lies now.
Yeah, that's funny.
Slapped the taste out of her mouth. Speaking about slapping, let's go to our final scores on The Little Mermaid and get this out the way. IMDb is giving this 7.2.
Oh my god, he gave it a 69.
I gave it a 69. I told you. Hold on.
You were drinking again when you were watching this.
I was not drinking. I think I need to change to alcohol as a career path after watching this movie. But Rotten Tomatoes critic score 67%, audience score 94%. I'm like, what the hell?
I can see that though. I can see that.
So Rich, you gave it a 50, and I gave it a 69. See, I told you, Alex, I was in the 60s.
Yeah.
Basis for radio score 59.5, and it takes fourth place. But yeah, I mean, realistically, if I'd have scored it based on my feelings, it'd probably be like a 40.
Yeah.
But
I gave it a 15.
I wanted to give the music a 1 because I couldn't stand it. But I thought, oh, that's got to be me, because I felt the same way about Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you must be. That's a 10 out of 10. That's in the 90s bracket.
I gave the music a 10, but I can't stand it.
What?
See, this is where my hate for musicals goes to a level where it doesn't make sense. Like if you make me watch Strays, I will give that a 10, and I haven't even seen it because I can't stand it when animals talk. Live animals.
Dude, that movie's terrible.
I can't. I don't want to watch that movie because I know I'm going to hate it.
Well, Greatest Showman should be in your 90s bracket. This should be 90s for you guys. Well, I already know Dave is going to be in the 50.
I legit gave Greatest Showman an 81.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay. And that's where I was like, okay, I have to put my feelings aside and I got to look to the music and score it based on that. And that's what I tried to do with Little Mermaid, but I was like, what am I doing wrong? Because it still felt like crap to me. And now I understand. So, yeah.
Well, I'll say this. Do you think the music in The Greatest Showman is worse than The Little Mermaid?
No.
Okay, good. Because I was going to say,
I think the music in Greatest Showman is better. So, like, I mean, you know, if I were to score it based on my feelings, The Greatest Showman music would get a 5.
Out of a 10?
It's legit 10.
Gotcha. Okay. That's not bad.
Little Mermaid was like a -3. And I was just like, right off the bat, I'm comparing the songs in here one for one with the animated movie, and nothing stacked up.
And that's the whole point, though.
The animated movie.
That's the point. That's the problem.
It was like, so I thought it's got to be me. I mean, Halle Bailey, and I keep messing that up and saying Halle Berry, but Halle Bailey, who is the Little Mermaid, her voice when she sings was good.
She was great.
Her voice was good, but I didn't like. But yeah, her acting was horrible, and I didn't like the musical accompaniment and the way that they did the scenes that she sang in. Yeah, so
I didn't like, in terms of the cast, it was very diverse, which I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. It was very diverse.
Yes,
but it felt forced in this movie. It was like Eric's mom is like, how does this work?
Yeah.
Then you got Triton and Ariel. How did that work? Because they didn't talk about the mom. And then when you see all the daughters, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it just to me, it just felt like they just
McCarthy
did it.
Is Triton's sister.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, that was very forced. And I think that's why Rotten Tomatoes has that score, is because of the diversity and the.
Well, look at Ghostbusters female version. It's in the 90s. Yeah. For what? In the movie's a piece of crap. I mean,
it is. If there was singing in it, I'd have given it a 10.
Me and David, we use Rotten Tomatoes so much.
Yeah.
We see the scores on critics' side so high when it hits all these. I won't say woke, but all these
when it checks the boxes for.
Yes. Oh, I know that. Yeah, I can.
Society
you can see it.
David, you should score with your hatred, because maybe someone has the same hatred and you can speak to them in a language they relate to. I've got a counter for that. And Nate, it's okay to admit you have the same hatred. I mean, I score everything based on my feelings because I'm me. I can't score based on what I think others would think or feel. I try, and that's kind of why this whole special sauce scoring system was invented, was because I wanted to try to be as objective as possible so that I could do just kind of a general score that anybody could look to, not just someone who hates musicals, not just someone who has the same, I don't want someone who has the same personality than me to be the only one that benefits from the reviews. I want everyone to look to the scores and say, okay, David's trying his best to be as objective as possible. So if I like a movie and he doesn't, he can be open to my feelings.
But isn't it though? Because you scored the music part of A Little Mermaid higher than, but you hate it. So you're not being yourself.
I'm not being myself. I'm not saying being my personal opinion, but how I think better. I'm going by how I think more than how I feel.
Yeah, I think you should go by how you feel. Like, so if you gave it a 40, right? It will now be in the 30 bracket because you will remove a lot of points in the music department, right?
Well, no, I was a 69, so I would be in the 40 area if I did go by my feelings.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I try to do it just by the art of the.
It's probably because they want to qualify for an Oscar. Okay, I
see what you mean, though, Rich. You go by the craft of the directors and the art. Okay.
Well, I try to do that too. That's what the whole second half of the scoring is trying to be more technical about it, more objective than it is subjective. Whereas the first half is like, okay, how did I feel about the acting? How did I feel about the plot? What did I think about the story? Those are like more my personal feelings than they are.
Gotcha.
Anything else.
I'm still trying to get Dave to watch West Side Story.
Fuck off. Do you want me to? I'll watch West Side Story if you let me. I'll score it based on my feelings.
Hey.
David used special sauce. I win the YouTube for the night. That doesn't mean you get any more cookies, Evan. Jeez. All right.
So this is number 4. I'm afraid to see what your number 3 is.
Okay.
What's number 3?
Number 3 is Soulcatcher.
Oh.
This is a piece of
so
I agree, Alex.
So
but there's some things I like. There were some things I did like.
So we've been on this kick where some, the foreign movies that we've been picking on Netflix has usually been pretty good.
Yeah.
This is the exception. I wanted to stop this when this movie first starts. This movie is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, and I said, I even texted Rich and I said, is it Soulcatcher? Is that the one that we're supposed to watch?
I did the same thing to Rich. I texted him. I texted Rich.
He goes, yeah, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can finish this movie.
what I love about this show too is getting the text. Like David will send me like, no, this movie sucked, Nate. Like David
looks like a rich movie. No, it's a poor movie.
Just the little text we get, and then when Alex sends the text, I was like, oh shit, that's the stuff I love. I
don't text Nate. We hold it for the show, but man, there's sometimes when we watch movies that we know is really bad, we can't. We just give a little bit. We like, dude,
just
really?
Like, oh man.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
when I brought in Skinamarink and
Nate hates that movie.
Rich let me have it. Rich let me have it, and it was before I even watched it. He goes, "Bro, why'd you make me watch this movie?" And I was like, "Hey, it's Skinamarink." They said, people were saying it's the most terrifying movie of the year, and so then I put it in my player and I watched it. Had people over, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Oh God, that movie sucked.
Soulcatcher. This movie is abysmal.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It is a horrible movie.
0 out of 100 for Skinamarink. Nate doesn't even throw ones in there.
Yeah,
that's the score.
It's bad.
No, so now I did think that this movie started to shape up as the movie went along, but their budget was way too low for the ambition that their script was ambitious with the special weapon and
I don't know. It
reminded me of like independent comic. That's what the script reminded me. The story is like I think I've read this somewhere.
Yeah. So the synopsis reads: a military contractor hired to seize a weapon that turns people into savage killers seeks revenge when his brother falls victim to the device.
I will say this: that description is not what we got in the movie. First of all, the movie started I honestly swear to God, I sat there and I'm going, is this a zombie movie? Because
that's what I thought.
Right?
Yes, I was like, what the hell? You saw people jumping on them and they shooting them in the head, and one has a knife, and I'm like, okay, some action scenes is subpar, but it not even as good. But I was like, it's a Netflix action film, so I was like, it is what it is. Yeah. I didn't know what the hell I was watching. Then 5 minutes in, the dude shot them with some big machine thing, and they all dropped, and I was like, I don't know. I said, this movie's really bad. I was like, this is a horrible act. Like, this is a piece of shit. And again, you could tell the worth of a movie the minute the cameras are on. Yeah. If the cameras look polished and smooth, you're going, wow, this is good. Extraction 2, I could give it the benefit of the doubt because it has Chris Hemsworth, so they're going to throw money in it. So that looks like an action movie like Bourne. This movie looks like, again, another movie shot in someone's iPhone, and they piece it. This is a piece of, oh my God.
This is Alex text. So who decided on these films? Watching Soulcatcher, this is real horrible. I was like 20 minutes before I was going to turn it off.
Because I thought we were going to see No Hard Feelings. So I was like, oh yeah, can't wait to see Jennifer Lawrence. And then there goes Rich and pull the rug under my feet. And he goes, we're watching Black Demon. And I said, oh, geez, Louise. I was like, this dude, we went from a high quality movie to the worst movie quality ever. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, Alex was saying that Extraction 2 was kind of like Bourne. Soulcatcher's kind of like Dead. So
it is.
But I mean, again, and even it doesn't matter whether you do dubbing or subtitles. The acting is horrible here.
That dubbing was bad. It was throwing me off.
The dubbing was really bad, but the dubbing made me laugh, so I left it on the dubbing.
I did. I left it in original language and read the subtitles. I can't do dubbing.
Yeah. No.
Wait, the movie was supposed to be dubbed or not? Wait, what was the movie from? Because I got it English.
Yeah, it's a Polish movie.
Oh, Lord Almighty! Oh, I thought it was. I was like, why is the English guys getting dubbed? I didn't know it was Polish.
It's a Polish movie.
I was like, what the hell? Oh my God! Even worse. Even worse.
Even worse.
Even worse. Oh, geez. You guys torture me. I'm giving this a 10. That's 1 across the board. Because there was no actors that I knew. So that's a 1.
It's a Polish movie.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a 1.
But that means that it automatically gets a 4 because it's a foreign film. Automatically gets a 4 for cast. So that means you have to give it a 14.
Why?
Because it automatically gets a 4 for being a foreign film. That's the way my special sauce works.
That special sauce needs some extra ingredients of horrible cast. You can deduct the points, and it's a 10. It's just a 1. Okay, fine. It's a 14 with your sauce.
14 with the sauce.
14 with the
I'm glad
sauce.
someone is watching them for me, so I don't have.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we do, Jay. Thank you.
Yes, we watch the terrible movies for you.
You know, I can't talk smack, to be honest with you, because Nate puts me through the ringer in the action movie front. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. But, I mean, I don't think we ever had... Yeah, we did. We did 0 Rotten Tomato action movies that they were not good. You guys got to see X versus Sever.
I have seen that.
What?
X versus Sever.
X versus Sever. It's Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu.
It's a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes and the original Rollerball. Watch that.
Oh, with James Caan?
Yeah. I'm sorry, not the original. I'm sorry, the remake. Watch that.
Oh, yeah. No, the remake with what's his face, Scott Duty Whopper, or whatever the hell his name is. That one with LL Cool J's in it. In the remake,
Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Oh my God.
I have seen the remake. Yeah.
That was like the original with James Caan. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, the remake. Oh, you should watch it. You know what? Since you made me go through Black that Demon, that's your homework. Watch Rollerball.
Watch the remake of Rollerball.
No, but in my defense, we've watched some really good Netflix originals, but they've all been foreign films too. They haven't been American films.
We have, and that's why we're trying to grab these foreign ones because like Hunger was amazing.
Fantastic. That is amazing.
And there's a few really good ones, and there's a few that were like, all right, that was pretty good. Like that one assassin one. What was that? I think it was a Thai movie.
Yes,
with the girl, with the assassin and her daughter.
Yes, she was trying to hide it from her daughter, right? At first,
yeah, but her daughter's a little serial killer too. So that was pretty good. Anyway, this never hit the theater. I couldn't find a budget on it, so there's no money involved. I still think they overpaid, but I did give some points to certain things as a just no-brainer action movie. The action itself is decent, even though nobody knows how to hold a gun right in this movie.
Right?
I'm like,
worse.
We're all like I'm like, how are you? I don't know how to hold a gun, but I know that's not right. It's like if you see someone with their eyebrows shaved off, you know something's wrong.
If you watch enough action movies, you know how to load a gun. There's no way you can tell me you don't know how to load a gun. You've seen so many action movies, you could do it. You could go, oh, okay, I seen James Bond do this part. And then you grab it and you do it and you pull the thing back. You go, oh, look at that. I did it.
Every life lesson I have ever learned is come from movies, not anything else.
Yeah. So those guys stink.
You know, Rick, it's a lot, brother. I totally get it. Me too. But
you go to a Western, you know how to load a revolver. You go bloop, 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 spin it, and then go plow.
But it same doesn't work.
I had a gun that did that.
You watch enough porn, it don't work.
Oh, I don't know about that.
All right, let's go to our final scores on Soulcatcher, our number 3 movie this week, and get this turd down the toilet. IMDb is giving us a 3.7. There is no Rotten Tomato critic score. Nobody reviewed it. The audience score, however, is 33. Rich, you and I both gave it a 61.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God.
For an average score of 61. Like I said, we're trying to get, I mean, as a straight up action movie, I actually gave the wild card, I think, a 7.
That's what I gave it.
Yeah. Because
as an action movie, if this was in an action movie guys podcast, this would be straight 1s from me and Nate. Like, even the action scenes were not even as good to even go up.
See, I like the hand-to-hand combat.
They were okay, but there wasn't.
I like some of the the hand-to-hand fight scenes and some of the knife stuff. Yeah,
but they look
Rick would know about
choreographed.
the porn.
They look choreographed.
9 ones and 4 for Alex would actually be a 13. Thanks, Nate, for the math.
Yeah,
I was trying to make him go 14, but you had to ruin it.
Yeah. So I think we would have gave it like this movie would have been a 1 across the board, like from every angle.
But to be you wouldn't have reviewed this, right?
No, because Nate doesn't watch Netflix. Like he doesn't believe in movie streaming for some reason. He doesn't believe in it. So yeah, unless we have a month, like a theme month that is streaming action, then
streaming actions, and then you pick some stuff. Streaming only Polish action movies, then this might show up.
There are some good Korean movies though, like in terms of zombie movies. They got great zombie movies. Like I love them all on Netflix.
We just saw that Zom 100 on Netflix. That was fun.
Did you ever see it Alive?
Yeah.
That
was a great movie. It was great. So I had that scheduled for 2026.
Yeah, so full-on recommendation here for Soulcatcher. Nah, just
don't do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know first 3 movies have been all the voids.
Yeah, it's been bad. It's been bad. What's the next one? I know your number ones have to be the Nun 2. That's no way you can tell me number 2 isn't the Nun. You can't tell me that.
Oh yeah, Soulcatcher scheduled for 2026, Alex. Just so you know.
Oh boy. I hope your number ones is the Nun 2. Out of this whole list, the Nun 2 should win an Oscar out of all these movies that we got here. All right, what is number 2 on our list?
What's up, Huck?
What's up, Huck? Thanks for joining us, brother. So our number 2 movie is The Monkey King, making our number 1 movie, The Nun 2. So
this wasn't as bad.
This was okay.
It's okay. I'm not an animated guy. Like we're doing the DC stuff, but I don't watch animation much. So this one, my kids liked it. Aiden and my 2 boys liked it. They thought it was cute, so they were into it. I would give this, if it was up to me, I would give this a 50.
Okay.
Right in the even between
right,
the 100.
Right in the middle. Right in
that middle. I enjoyed the story a little bit though. I do enjoy that the stick gave him kung fu powers, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And the animation was pretty cool. I thought it was cool.
My daughter loves The Monkey King. Yeah. So now, cool. If you guys have ever seen Forbidden Kingdom, this is the Jet Li Jackie Chan movie. There's a touch on the Monkey King there where they talk about that legend, and that's what this is about. So I did like those aspects of it. It had a little bit of a Kung Fu Panda feel because he was kind of goofy and doing stuff and whatever. And interesting though, the cast, there's actually quite a few people in there that I recognized. So that was kind of fun. And then I liked the fighting. There was something with the colors though. I don't know what it was in this animation, but the colors really kind of bugged me. It was like, I don't know if it was too bright or it didn't fit or something was weird about it. To where I was watching, I was like, wow, the colors just stuck out. And I wanted to point that as an example. I was like, the Monkey King doesn't look right to me here. I don't know.
It's a lot brighter than the background.
There's definitely some brightness to it, some weird shading.
Well, what type of TV you got? When you're watching,
I have a Vizio 65-inch 4K TV.
Is it LD or OLED?
It's LD. It's LED.
That's why. Because my Sony OLED, the colors were popping. I mean, he was poop in your face. So it could be that yours
is better.
Yeah, I guess it maybe LED, so it's more flat. I guess because it looked flat there. Flat. So maybe
this, screenshots from IMDb, so I can't.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
There's just screenshots that I can grab, but
when you saw it, was it flat? Like, does it look flat?
It looked like it popped, but it looked like almost like it was overcolored, like it was just kind of
saturated.
It's kind of saturated a little bit. That's what's kind of bugging me, and maybe something with the settings. If I'd have fiddled with the settings on the TV, maybe it would have been better. But Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and considering the rest of the movies that we've seen in this group, I was like, oh, good. I'm so happy that I got something that's reasonably fun and laughed a little bit.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
This was a decent watch.
I enjoyed this more than The Nun. If that says anything.
Yeah, not me.
No
But,
way. No way.
Well, it was funny because you said you watched The Nun, you were like, oof, and I was like, oh man, I hope that's not going to suck. And then I went and watched it last night, and I was like, I like that. That wasn't bad. It didn't bother me.
It's a mix. Well, I can't wait till we get to that one because that's a good discussion to have.
Yeah. All right, so let's finish our talks on the Monkey King. So, was there, anything else that you liked or didn't like about it, you guys?
I don't think there was not much dislikes. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun animated movie.
I laughed.
It was better than Little Mermaid. I'll say that.
So the synopsis reads: inspired by a Chinese epic tale, translated into an action-packed comedy, a monkey and his magical fighting stick battle demons, dragons, gods, and the greatest adversary of all, a monkey's ego. It makes a lot of sense. And if you know the legend of the Monkey King in Chinese folklore, there are a lot of accuracies here to the legend, which is really cool. Like the whole thing where he holds his breath underwater for 3 years because he was challenged to do it. That's in the legend. So I like that. I like the whole pebble thing, and I like the whole Buddha thing, and the Jade Palace with the Jade Warlord and the Dragon King and all that. Pretty accurate to the legend. So I really enjoyed that. And I got to say, my 4-year-old granddaughter, she liked it. I was watching it, and she was playing. She came over and just stopped dead in her tracks and watched the movie with me. So that's a sign to me that that's a pretty good movie. When my granddaughter like stopped everything and just watched the movie and sat with me and held my hand. It was really cute. But so yeah, I've actually got some highlights on this one because there were things that I really liked. Now, Rich, you gave 8s to the acting, the cinematography, and I think that's it. And then a couple 7s to wild card and things like that. And then I gave also an 8 to the cinematography because I did like the artwork, but the colors were a little saturated for me. And then I gave 7s to the acting, the wild card, and the cast because there were actually a lot of the voice actors that I recognized. So going to our final scores on this, Alex, you said you gave it a 50 straight off, right?
50, yeah. Yeah, okay. I enjoyed it.
Good. All right. IMDb is actually giving us a 5.8. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 58. Audience score 67. Rich, you gave it a 60. I gave it a 65 for a total average score 62.5. So that's not bad. We're actually all pretty close.
Yes, I like that.
That was awesome. I love it. All right. Let's get into this.
Yes. We'll get into it.
Okay. Alex doesn't want to see it. I'm gonna take it back off.
Yes.
Coffee. Don't do that to me. So I don't want to show you the other pictures because there's one really good picture that I wanted to show in here, and we'll just glance at them really quick. Okay, so you guys, the Nun 2 in theaters right now. If you are familiar with the Conjuring universe. And you've seen the first one, then you kind of have an idea of what this one's going to do because it kind of continues the story from the first Nun movie. What were your first thoughts, Alex, on this?
I liked it a lot. See, so I reviewed Nate's, I edited Nate's review on it. Right. And then it'll indicate to me what it is. Nate is very desaturated from horror movies. So for me, I'm not, because I don't go to much horror movies and I get really scared. So I take his review, and then when I go to the theater, that's where I base it off of. And I gotta say, Nate was spot on a lot of stuff. I did enjoy the movie a lot. I thought it was a really good movie, but the scares were not there. Some parts were really there. I was like, oh, okay. The character itself is still creepy. I don't care what anyone says.
I agree.
Creepy ass character, but they did not utilize her the way I think they should have. But I think they needed to do more unique kills with her, which they did a little bit here. But I think I wanted more because I guess just to scare me more. But in terms of the story itself, it was just a typical demonic movie, which I hated. And then I hate the whole. I don't know if we're spoiling it, but I hate the whole. It comes from ancestry of, the descendant of Jesus's foot. And then you're like, oh, here we go. Now, this one is part of this. And how does this work with the Warrens? Because they connected a lot of Warren stuff here with this movie.
Yeah. And
the ending gave you a hint of Lorraine Warren. Like, how is she connected with Irene and the nun in this? And I liked it. I thought as a movie, I thought it was good. I don't think it was great. I don't think it was perfect, but I thought it was good. I don't think they needed a part 3, but
I hope we don't get one.
Yeah, I don't hope we don't. But as of everything, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Okay. Nate says, "Oh wow, it seems like I may agree with Rich for once. I did not like the nun." Yeah, well, and that's a good point that Alex made, and I've desensitized to horror movies. I mean, I'm a huge horror movie fan.
Yeah,
but horror movies don't scare me, so I can't look to that as a good or bad the way I score a movie. Because if I was going to score a horror movie based on how scared I was, then this wouldn't get that high of a score. So I have to kind of alter it. Were there jump scares? Yes. It's jump scare palooza here. They try. My wife jumped completely out of her seat in the beginning of the movie, cracked me up. I'm just gonna say the wine bottle.
Oh, okay. That hallway scene with the ball.
Yeah. Well, with the wine bottle.
Yeah, bursting. Yeah.
Yeah. That scared the piss out of my wife. She does not like watching horror movies. She especially. She's basically mandated that I have to watch horror movies in the daytime with her. She will not watch them at night with me. I had a loophole though. It was daylight when we went into the theater, but it was night when we came out.
Oh, that's evil. Yeah, that's so evil.
So, but yeah, it was, it is what it is. It's date night. So, and I'm taking her to see A Haunting in Venice on Saturday.
But
that's a murder mystery.
It's going to be like Murder on the Orient. I just told her, I says, it's not going to be a horror movie. That's, like Murder on the Orient Express, that type of thing. Because it's from the same.
It's going to be like a serious Scooby-Doo episode. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Alex.
Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo episode, which is really serious. Yeah. I want to hear, Rich, what do you think? I want to hear what you think.
Boring.
Really?
Yeah, it was just, the best part was when you saw the nun.
Yeah.
I like the kill. I think my favorite kill scene was the old lady. I dug that.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of the first nun, so I knew right away I wasn't gonna like this one.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I kicked myself for not staying for the end credit scene because I was done. I was just like, oh.
You didn't miss nothing because they didn't shoot that scene. That scene came from The Conjuring 3.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. So and it was stupid. It was just them picking up a phone, and he was like, "All right, we'll be there."
It was just it was like
there was nothing else.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of a tie-in into Ed and Lorraine Warren, and all that crap.
It shows their mailbox. It says Warrens, and then the camera zooms right into the room, and then all of a sudden you see sexy Lorraine comes in, and I was like, "Oh, Baba, baby." Then all of a sudden you saw Patrick Wilson grab the phone. And he goes, yes, we'll be there. And that's it. It went click.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think it led up to Maurice, the whole thing with Maurice Conjuring 1, or that led up to their spinoff. Because I think they're doing a spinoff movie. So whatever it is, I don't know what they're doing.
How was your guys' theater when you went and saw this?
It was packed. Mine was packed.
Oh,
that's pretty bad. The one I went to
People was screaming. And I was one of them.
I think it was
like yeah. It wasn't packed for you?
No, like 10 people. But I went on, I think it was a Sunday.
That's when I went too. Sunday at 4:00. 4:10.
I think it was 5 or 6.
I went.
No, it was in the afternoon. Yeah, mine was at the 3:00 show.
Yeah.
And I went yesterday at 7:00.
It was packed?
Yeah. It was pretty packed.
Well,
Because
it's
Tuesday night, all tickets are $5. So
well, there you go.
packed.
Mine was $16.25.
But I think, there were quite a few people that walked out.
Oh, really?
And that was kind of a surprise. And I was thinking, there's an awful lot of people going to the bathroom right now, and they're just like halfway through the movie, they'd walk out and none of them came back. So, I mean, a lot. I'm like 10, 12 people, but it was noticeable.
Just leave.
It was noticeable. I mean, I see that like on the Mystery Movie Monday, because nobody knows what they're watching.
Yeah.
And they think they're going to go there and get Guardians of the Galaxy, and they end up getting Paint. And, they get all pissed off and they walk out. And I'm dude, it's $5 a ticket. You can't expect it to be a movie that they think is going to make a lot of money. These are going to be movies they don't expect to make money, so they're trying to draw money in.
There was one person that left when I saw Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Dude got up and just left. Like once he found out it was AI, he's like, and left.
Once he found out who the bad guy was, screw it, I'm out.
Yeah, he was like, "Is AI? Oh no."
I haven't walked out of the movie. I almost walked out of Dungeons and Dragons at the beginning because I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be all hokey." I didn't like the beginning. I thought it was gonna be hokey and jokey, but after, I'm glad I stuck with it because I did.
Dude,
I think the last
that's
one
one of my favorites this year.
Yeah, that beginning was mad funny when he's telling the story, and he kept rewinding it, and they were like, "Dude, you already said that." He was like, "Oh yeah," and then on we go.
Are you sure this guy's in it?
Yeah. I thought Jonathan is gonna be here.
I mean, it's just it plays exactly like a D&D run, like you're actually in the adventure.
Games with your friends. Yeah, it's just exactly. Nate walked out of Astro City. Yeah, that's right.
Asteroid City.
I almost put that on the list.
I would walk out of every Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah,
that's ever. Nate. Nate hates Wes Anderson.
I hate Wes Anderson.
And he was talking tough too. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna review it for the channel," and I got a text like 5 minutes, 5 minutes later when he goes, "I'm going in." He texts me. He goes, "Yeah, I'm not reviewing it."
I almost walked out of Sausage Party, but then it ended.
I've never seen that.
I don't like that movie.
I don't like Sausage Party either. There's only one movie that I've ever walked out of,
which is a musical.
No, I just don't go. I don't go pay money to watch musicals.
What movie did you look at?
I don't go watch musicals. So no, the movie that I walked out of, and I don't even know if you guys know it. It's called Nemesis, not Star Trek, but it's just called Nemesis. It stars Olivier Gruner, and it was a sci-fi martial arts flick. And the dude was horrendous. So this was like 1990. And I walked out and walked into another theater and watched Hardware with Dylan McDermott, and I watched that movie instead. And that was way better. But that's the only time I've ever walked out. I sat and watched Paint, and that was absolutely worse than watching Paint.
That movie sucked.
That movie was so bad.
The last movie I walked out of was The Cable Guy. I can't stand you. I was like,
The Cable Guy is so classic.
Oh, I hate
it's so classic.
I do not like Jim
Salty peanut.
I don't think I made 15 minutes in. I was like, I'm out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is my joint. Freaking no, but the Nun, when it comes to the Nun, like I hated Artifacts. Like, see, that scene was okay. But it was just like, and again, it was like that scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark when the sun hits the damn thing, and then it got and I was just like, oh, really? Like this thing was really like on, like there, like I was like,
laser pointer, and it's like,
it's all the same thing we've seen before.
Yeah. I don't know. I was, and it was like the Eye of Thundera. What the hell was it?
And once again, Rich is wrong.
Well, you like Cable Guy, Nate?
Oh, Nate loves Jim Carrey.
Wes Anderson movies, but I'm very sophisticated.
Nate
I no longer agree with him. Actually, The Nun 2 is good. So Nate has changed his mind. But yeah, I can't. I hate Wes Anderson. I just can't with him at all. The only thing I was ever able to finish of Wes Anderson, and that's why I don't go to the theater for him. I don't want to watch him. I don't buy his movies. Life Aquatic was the only thing I've ever finished. And I can't even say I liked it, but I can't say I loved it. And
what scores do we have for the Nun 2?
that is a very good question, my brother.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the final score. I have one more picture, but I'm going to scare the shit out of Alex with it, so I don't want to show it.
Do it. Do it.
Oh shit, no, man. Oh no.
No, get that out of here. All right.
No.
So,
but that was the best part of the movie, though, the ending.
That was good.
I don't want to hear what everyone says. That ending scene reminded me of a Star Wars movie. Like Darth Vader coming out. I was like, this shit was awesome.
No, I was like, and I pegged that, they foreshadowed the ending, which was cool. I liked how they did it. And I liked the finish, and
it was weak. The ending though, the ending was weak, but I did like the whole lead up though.
I like it built to it, and then So I thought that was pretty cool. But it's.
I gave my score. Did I give my score?
You did not give your score.
No, my score is a 75 out of 100.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Nice. All right, let's go to the final scores on The Nun 2. IMDb gives us a 6.0. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 46%. Audience score 74%. Rich, you gave it a 61. I gave it a 74 for an average score of 67.5. And that takes our number one spot this week, which is just a little sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very sad.
Wes Anderson has become a genre rather than a filmmaker, and it's a horrible genre. Yeah.
I don't think I've watched any or liked any of his movies. Yeah.
I know we were talking about Asteroid City, and I go, don't make me watch that.
Yeah, you did.
If Rich is a 61, then I'm at a 92.
Well, but I'll get back to Jim Carrey. The last movie I liked of his that was that one you made me watch. I forget what we watched it for. Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes, I absolutely love that movie.
That was one of my 90s picks or something.
Yes,
like that.
I love that movie. That's and number 23 is the only two movies of his I like.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen any other ones?
I don't like them.
Liar? You don't like?
I mean, I tolerate it.
The Mask?
I loved Liar Liar and Yes Man. Those are my two favorites. I love those.
Wait, you don't like The Mask?
No.
The first Mask,
I don't like that silliness.
But the second Mask with Jamie Kennedy.
Oh no, that's really bad. But how about Dumb and Dumber? You don't like Dumb and Dumber?
No,
I do not like
comedy. Oh my Jesus!
I don't like Dumb and Dumber either.
Nate, that was a Nate's high five. Nate brought in Dumb and Dumber in his high five, and I was like, really trying.
Nate finds out. I think he might unsubscribe to you guys super fast.
Yeah, Nate knows that I don't care for that movie because we talked about it on his high five. But I still gave it a good score because as a comedy, it's good. It's just not my type of comedy.
Number 23 was really bad, bro. Oh,
I like because
number 23.
Not Jim
of course,
Carrey.
Rich only likes his non-comedy. Number 23 is awful.
He's not
the Truman Show.
That's
a great one, Jay. I like that.
You like Robin Williams, right?
No, he doesn't.
Holy shit!
He does not like Robin Williams. No. That's just something that he and I have had odds about.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Nate is very sophisticated genre, so not everyone is going to get it.
Robin Williams, where he goes to heaven.
I forgive David for that. Thanks.
What was that
I appreciate
called?
that. He forgave me. Well, I apologized to him. I was like, I'm sorry. Dumb and Dumber is just not my thing.
But you like so you like movies with comedians that don't have comedic aspects to them.
Yes. I want to.
I kind of figure that.
Like with Kevin Hart, I don't like Kevin Hart.
Oh, I don't like him either.
But I want to see him do something like Eternal Sunshine of the Mind or something like that.
He did do that. He did a movie with Bryan Cranston.
That fatherhood one. I thought
that's true.
I thought that was good.
But he's still a little bit of Kevin Hart in there.
Get away from it. With the, stay with my chest.
I'm just using him as an example. There's
I get it.
That do the same thing over and over and over. Where you're like, you're not funny anymore, dude.
You like Will Ferrell?
No, I can't say Will Ferrell.
Oh no, I don't like him either. I'm just saying. So I kind of. So I'm wow. So you're like not into. You don't like Eddie Murphy?
I like Eddie Murphy.
Rich hates comedy.
But Eddie Murphy does the same thing in all his movies.
I like old Eddie Murphy. I don't like new Eddie Murphy.
So, but in his old stuff, he did all the same stuff.
But it was
Trading
just
Places, Coming to America. I mean,
I like
Beverly
the
Hills
first
Cop.
I like Beverly Hills Cop. I like first two. I don't like the third one.
This
I
is
just
so
watched the third
interesting.
one.
48 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He likes
but,
Beverly Hills Cop. I know
Mhm.
Rich likes Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, I
'cause
love part 2. That's the best one.
I was
Yeah.
in there.
Part 2. Is the best one.
One that I was really surprised about that we talked about, because one of my 90s picks
Yeah.
that Rich does not like is Groundhog Day. And
Bill Murray?
he and I were like talking about it, because it was a great discussion though, because I really understood more about Rich's taste in comedy. Not just the fact that he has a boner for Jason Bateman.
That's my type of comedy. Jason
He
Bateman.
just loves Jason Bateman. But
Like that reaction priceless.
I'm just trying to, because Jason Bateman to me is not comedy.
But
Like, I mean, he does do
watch Bad
comedic
Words.
movie.
Like,
I guess.
I love him in Bad Words.
So
Yeah.
he's sarcastic funny though. He's
Yes,
sarcastic.
that's what I
top
like.
5
You like
comedies, and
sarcastic.
3 of them were Jason Bateman movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he likes sarcastic comedies.
Yes.
So you like Couples Retreat.
Yeah, that's okay.
Jason Bateman's in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in it.
He's the main dude. That's the only reason why they go into Couples Retreat.
I thought Vince Vaughn was the main dude.
Yeah,
Vince Vaughn. No, he's not. He's the side guy because Christian
Boy,
Bale.
he seems like the main character in that
Well,
movie.
because he's the funny one out of all of them. But Christian Bell and Jason Bateman was going to the Couples Retreat because they were getting divorced, and he forced all the families to go to the.
I might have to give that a rewatch.
Well,
I don't
anyway,
remember
you
that.
got that one. You got the other one, that Horrible Bosses. Do you think that was funny?
I like that movie. Yeah.
Interesting. It's so interesting. You like
I
that?
like
You don't like
Game Night.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Brian suggests
No,
game night.
I don't
Oh,
like him.
and Brian, I apologize. I missed your text earlier. You said I finished the Grand Budapest Hotel, but was disappointed, as were we all. I think.
Rich, this is getting very interesting here.
Oh,
So I
Rich,
agree
he
with
wants
Nate.
the top 10 video of your comedies.
I'll do that.
I think I can list from what you just told me some of the movies that would be in it. Kevin Smith.
No,
Oh, Kevin. No, I was. I don't know. I don't think
Really?
Kevin's.
He
I don't
has
think Christopher
funny
Nolan.
movies.
they're not. They're not. As I've gotten older, they don't rank as high. His favorite movies of mine are not comedies, like Chasing Amy. Clerks 2 is still a comedy, but I wouldn't rank it. Like
Mallrats?
I don't think Mallrats is that great of a movie.
What? Oh my
Nate said your
god!
top 10 comedies are going to be dramas.
I think so.
Early Adam Sandler movies. What do you think about Adam? I'm not an Adam Sandler fan.
I
Adam
like
Sandler.
Wedding Singer.
I don't
That's a good one.
care for Adam Sandler.
That's a good movie.
I thought 50 First Dates was probably my favorite.
The
and
I
Birdcage?
like Drew Barrymore.
I love the Birdcage.
You don't like?
That-
You gotta see. Have you seen the Birdcage?
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
don't like it?
I love the Birdcage. Gene Hackman and Nathan Lane,
man.
and well, it's Robin Williams. He doesn't like Robin
I
Williams.
know. This is nuts. Steve Martin?
I like Steve Martin.
You're liking old actors, comedic actors. That I kind of noticed that.
I like
So it's
Martin.
Steve Martin. You like all the old Saturday Night Live guys.
Yes.
Steve Martin's just Martin Short.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the same.
Tolerate him.
Between Dan Aykroyd.
I like early Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, see, so that's what it is. But you don't like Bill Murray because he's
I like him in
mad comedy.
Ghostbusters.
Well, yeah, that I mean,
That's
you're
really
trying to
good.
say that because it hits my heart. But I'm just you're trying to win my heart. It's okay. No,
Is
but
it- I like Ghostbusters, Alex.
yeah, he's like, does he want to say it hard? But he's like, yeah, I like
trying to
Ghostbusters.
butter your muffin. I like Ghostbusters too, but
Like, there's a film that I don't like that I remember I got
Yep.
my balls busted, and that was The Princess Bride. People
never
busted
saw
my
it.
balls.
I never saw it, so don't worry. I might not like
oh,
it.
yeah,
Either.
he did not like Princess Bride. You know, and I was like, that's cool. I mean, that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mm.
And then so when we talked about it, I was like, wow, you gave that a low score. You go, dude, I didn't like that. You know,
My
that was-
wife loves Labyrinth, and I'm like, this is a piece of shit. I was like 10 minutes in, and I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like,
you know, I should have known as a Cardinals fan that you would have these wackadoo options.
I like this though. You know what? It's pretty cool though. It's because you get to see everyone's taste in movies. Like some people like and love all these actors, and you got the riches that don't like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I mean, I don't like that silly. It's hard to explain.
No, you don't like slapstick comedy? I think it's slapstick.
Not really.
Yeah, so you don't like that stuff.
Dark Crystal is way better than Labyrinth.
I never seen Dark Crystal. She's trying to get me to watch it, but I don't know.
I'm gonna say facts. Dark Crystal is really good. I like Labyrinth too, but I like Dark Crystal a lot.
Perfect example. You guys know I hate horror, right? I'm not a big horror fan. I'm not gonna say hate because I do enjoy watching them.
I was gonna bring up the yeah. I know you don't like horror, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it. But some of my favorite franchises are horror. Like I enjoyed a lot Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You don't see me displaying the damn thing all over the place, but I enjoy it a lot. So me and Nate was talking, and I was like, dude, I just got the 4K of Texas Chainsaw 2 because that's my favorite one out of all of them. And he goes, dude, that is a piece of crap. He loves part 1 because he likes the serious horror stuff. So, like, I enjoy stuff like that. Like Chucky, I'm not a big crazy Chucky fan. I only like the first
I don't
one
mind Chucky
and Bride of Chucky. But I love the character
Chucky at all
itself. I like the character because he talks funny and all that.
show.
Yeah, I hated the first season.
I haven't even touched the show. I don't think I'll ever touch the show.
For me, I didn't like it much, but it was cool having his voice as Chucky because I was like, he is known for Chucky. But
it's interesting how, and I have that too, to where there's like a genre movie that you just don't like, but then there's something in the genre that you love, but there's no explanation for it. You're just like, I love these movies, but I don't know why. I don't like horror movies, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre I love.
But the thing is, if you say that to somebody, I don't like horror, automatically it's like, oh, you hate horror, and then everyone's like, oh, you hate horror. It's like, wait, that doesn't work. Like, I don't like that genre doesn't mean I do have a lot of movies that I enjoy. I love Dracula. Like, I love the Universal classic monsters. Like, I love them all. I love the zombies. I love zombie movies.
Me too.
Oh, me
but
too.
I don't have like zombie like galore. Like to me, I feel like the minute you say you're a fan of this, is like people automatically assume that you have to have thousands of, I have to have a head of a zombie behind me, or you know what I'm saying, like weapons to defend myself against a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
It's like I don't get it. Like I have my Evil Dead. I enjoyed I love Evil Dead, but like I would love to have Texas Chainsaw Massacre like statue, like a really nice one, a big one. But I enjoy, but I'm not a big fan of it like that. Like action movies is my shit. All day we could do that.
All day, every day.
Yeah, Nate
says he hates rom-coms, but he loves 500 Days of Summer. So
I like a good rom-com.
I like rom-coms, and I like Nate has been opening the doors for me in certain genres of movies that I never even get to enjoy. Like he's been opening up the war movies. I hated war movies. I don't like watching them. But now we've been watching. I was like, yeah, I'm loving this thing. We saw Devotion for the Action Movie Guys podcast. I was like, this movie's awesome.
That's a good movie.
We reviewed that. That was a lot. That was a lot of fun. I like that a lot.
They had no business being that good.
No.
Exactly. So
Evan says, like they say, I don't naturally listen to rap, but doesn't mean if a great rap song comes along, I won't listen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Harrison says, I'm not a horror fan either, but I've been really enjoying the Universal monster movies too.
I hate Wolfman. And me and Harrison been texting each other. Wolfman is a piece of crap, but I sat down and I watched it. I love I'm leaving Dracula for last because he has like thousands of movies. But it's cool watching stuff that you never watch, and some of them you might like the Reanimator. That was it, the Lovecraft, JP Lovecraft, the animator, the guy with the green ooze, and he stabs you and then they come back like the first one's okay, but then it just becomes stupid. Like me and my wife watched it. I was like, these are dumb. But there's some people that love them. Like, I got a tattoo.
Yeah, some people just can't get enough of those. And
so Rich does not like Robin Williams.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say I don't like. I like 1 Hour Photo. He did that one, right?
Again, not a comedy.
Yeah, again. Yeah. Did you keep? I bet you like Insomnia.
Yeah.
You like Insomnia, right? With Al Pacino? Yeah, because that's not.
Like, I love where your voice went.
Yeah, I know.
Insomnia.
It went my for some reason my stupid thing just triggers by itself, so I get all these stupid sound effects. So I'll just talk like this, or I could talk like this, or I could.
Oh damn, Nate, that's good. That's
like I can't stand the Cardinals or their fans, but I like Rich. Anything is possible.
You know, I don't think I own one Robin Williams. Wait, I like him in Jumanji. I own Jumanji.
And okay, that's a semi-comedy.
Okay.
Well, you have Aladdin.
Oh yeah, that's
he
true.
is the
I
genie.
do like Aladdin. That is true.
So there you go. You good.
Nice.
You have redeemed yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
But we gotta get you with the birdcage. I like the birdcage a lot. But yeah, that's funny. No, but what's cool about Rich though that makes it funny
horror genre, but I love that film, even though typical not my thing. Yeah.
What's funny with Rich is right. He goes, yeah, but I like
You're right. I
1 hour photo.
I like I don't like Robin Williams. I like photo. Wait a minute, not a comedy. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I like Good Will Hunting. He's like, wait a minute.
Oh, I do like that. I do like that. I don't like Miss Doubtfire.
No, he doesn't like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nate is getting you flubber for Christmas.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
That was the one thing he told me that I wasn't allowed to pick when we were doing our Disney top 10. He's like, don't pick flubber.
I did.
I will walk right now if you pick flubber.
Yeah,
and I was like, I wasn't going to pick flubber, but now I kind of want to. I want to see what you do if you watch it.
I'll watch it. Just mean I'll give it a good score.
I'm not going to give it a good score. Throw up in his mouth.
I can literally see Rich like melting in his skin. Like, this comedy is
like the Ark and the Covenant just opened up.
Like that. He sent that meme to me.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah. I was like, these movies is making me feel like this, and I put the melting face.
Well, this was a crappy week.
It was.
But again,
it's sad that the saving grace had to be The Nun too, but
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I think if you're a fan of that whole Conjuring universe thing and you like the first Nun, then that's probably worth a watch. I don't think I'd rush to the theater for it. Just, catch it when it hits streaming or get it on physical. Like I'll probably buy that one on physical. But
I might not, because I might wait for the Conjuring Universe 4K set. Like if it comes out, if they do a force, I like watching them all from Annabelle's to the.
See, I like the Annabelle movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't care for the first Annabelle, but
right.
I like the other one. But yeah. All right. Well, Alex, I apologize again for putting you through this, but thank you for sticking it out, brother. It's been really great having you on. It's been great laughing with you and talking about these movies.
Next time, oh my God, what is good?
I wish I could do that. It'd be like, next time.
Yeah. So next time, pick good movies, okay? Pick some good stuff.
Next time we'll give you our lineup for because we usually do like a month out. We'll give you our lineup for the month, and you pick the week that you want.
Oh yeah, it's like Nate. Nate has our podcast up to 2026.
Yeah, I know. He invited me to your Action Guys podcast, which I'm looking forward to doing.
I know. I still need to pick my week.
He's like here, and he just sent me this list.
It's like Santa Claus's list. You got.
I was like, holy shit! How many? And I'm like, okay, I like this one.
Yeah. So what do you got coming up, Alex? Anything you want to promote?
Oh yeah. So today I dropped Nate's. I just released Nate's top 5 Robert Rodriguez movies on the channel, on the YouTube channel. On the podcast, I just released also today episode 283, the X-Men Apocalypse. No, sorry, not X-Men. Days of Futures Past. That's where we were up to. I'm gonna start releasing them. So tomorrow I'm gonna release another one because I'm really backlogged with the episodes to catch up to current. So each day I'm just gonna pump out one new episode to catch up. So Harrison did 2 episodes with us. He did Apocalypse and Midway. So that's gonna be coming out once I finish. It's gonna just come out. Jay did already First Class, and I forgot the other movie, but he did those. And Sunday we're gonna be recording with Movie AV Impulse Nick. He's gonna be doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with us. And Flyboys. I hope I have that right. But yeah, those are gonna be the 2 movies he's gonna sit down as a guest. That should be coming out next week. In terms of myself, 4K Therapy is going to be another Universal 4K unboxing, which is the Big Lebowski. Never saw it before, so I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna do the video quality or open up the whole shebang. So that's coming out Saturday. So yeah,
I need to go back and watch the Jurassic Park one. I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah, so basically, I was talking to Nate. I want to do now all the universe. Like, I want the channel to focus on Universal Classics Essentials. So once they come out, I'll just open it up. That'll be the main thing. And then setting up for Halloween. The whole channel is going hollow, and we're going evil. So it's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah. So all the reviews that are gonna be coming out is horror based. So my 4K Therapy, instead of being new, is going to be all horror. So it's going to be Texas Chainsaw 2 from Vinegar Syndrome. I have the limited edition one that I just got. And then I got Psycho 1 through 4, the 4K pack from Arrow, from the UK. So that should be coming in, and then I'm going to watch them all. And then me, Nate, for the 2 weeks that we're doing, because we have 2 live shows every month, it's going to be Psycho 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, because Nate never seen 2 and 3 and 4 Psycho. So I'm going to review those live. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be horror themed, everything for the.
So you're taking a break from the DC and you're coming back in November with that?
Yes. So because we wanted to give it a break. So because it's Halloween. So, I mean, you want to do something fun for Halloween. So we're going to give it the break there. And then November going into next year until we finish it, we're going to go straight and we're going to go in all DC. And then, of course, topics and then, tons of guests if they want to come in and shine. But
I'm really enjoying the DC reviews. That's a lot of fun.
I'm liking it too. I mean, I've never seen most of them, so it's been fun sitting down and watching them. And I think Nate's seen most of all of them, but then he hasn't seen them either, so he's enjoying the DC run also. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff. So every Wednesday, Saturday is always a unbox. I mean, Nate's like top 5 of like directors. Then every Saturday is a 4K Therapy, which is whatever I'm gonna open up and review. And then I'm gonna start doing my statues on every other Monday. Yeah, in terms of statues, because a lot of people have been DMing me on statues. I'm gonna be doing. I have a 1-to-1 replica scale of Ghostbusters Afterlife Proton Pack. I've been telling everybody I have it. Everyone's like, "Oh no, you don't." I was like, "Yes, I do." I was like, "I own it." I have so many small statues that I gotta unbox so I can get to that thing. And I have a DeLorean that's like this big.
Okay.
Part 2.
That's all fine and dandy.
You want
I'm
He-Man.
still waiting for the fucking He-Man.
I know you want the He-Man stuff. I'm gonna do the He-Man for you. I know. I've been
okay, but I have to ask: Did you guys get the Mondo Battle Cat figures? Did you guys get the Mondo figures?
Mondo? No. I get statues.
Okay, but I didn't know if you.
No. So my wife. So the thing is, He-Man is my wife. So like a lot of people go, "Oh, you're a He-Man." It's like no. My wife has her own stuff. So this is all mine. And if you see in the corner of where that glass statue stuff is, that is all my wife's Star Wars stuff. So that goes that way into the room. So she has all the Star Wars stuff that way. From the Darth Vader that you saw me open, that's not mine, that's my wife's. From all that, the only thing I own that Star Wars is the half-bust Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. Other than that, she has the Ventress. She has the Your Baby Yoda life size from the TV show. She has that, and then I have all this stuff in the Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. She has there. Then in the whatever's in the room, that's all her Star Wars stuff is all hers, and He-Man. So I'm gonna unbox the He-Mans because a lot of people have been asking me to, but I got all that shit. I mean, I'm like, who is this dude? Who's Evil Lynn? She's like, you don't know who Evil Lynn is? I'm like, who the hell is Prince Adam? You don't know who Prince Adam is? That's He-Man. Before he's He-Man. I'm like, that's what? Awesome. I was like, okay, whatever. I was like,
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. So the first one is gonna be Wonder Woman Zack Snyder 110. That's what I'm opening up. I'm doing all the Zack Snyders first because I got the Dark Side and the Steppenwolf, and I'm missing 2, Flash and Aquaman. And then I got them all. But yeah, that's everything that's coming to the channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed.
Yeah, definitely go subscribe to his channel. Him and Nate do a fucking fantastic job. I love watching them. Every 2 weeks they go live, put on one hell of a show. It's probably one of the best shows on YouTube, just because their chemistry is just fantastic. Yeah, and they have a great community on their channel.
Yeah, and you guys, links in the description to Geeks and Flicks over on YouTube. If you're not following him, you need to be following him.
Yeah,
So
you do.
subscribe to his
Yeah.
Yes,
Next
thank you
week-
so much, guys.
Oh no, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Next week, our movies will be A Million Miles Away on Prime, Theater Camp on Hulu, The Count on Netflix, A Haunting in Venice, and No Hard Feelings on Blu-ray.
No hard feelings because I'm not here.
Rich wants Grayskull Castle to relive his childhood.
I do.
Yeah.
Nate says, y'all have a great show too. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thanks, Nate.
Love doing crossovers with y'all. Oh, me
Dave,
too.
I'll send you more movies, Nate.
Yeah. And speaking of which, you guys,
We're doing that January thing, right?
we're doing the awards again.
Yes.
And I'm
So
telling you now, you can't pick Dungeons and Dragons for every category. Okay? Telling you now.
That was my fault. I didn't read. I picked the same movie for everything.
Top Gun for
Yes.
everything. I picked Top Gun.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so funny.
no. It's gonna be for the first time. I'm gonna have a proper list for everything.
Nate
I
messaged you
messaged
about it.
Oh,
Okay.
Nate wants to be a guest. Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
Nate wants to be on here. So
I swear to God, if Nate comes here and you guys give him 5 awesome movies, and I had to
Right.
sit through Black Demon,
Brian, thanks for joining, brother. I appreciate it.
oh my God, we're gonna
I'll
be
send it to you,
fighting.
Nate.
We will be fighting. Nate better be seeing 4 out of the 5 of shit.
Well,
So-
I'm gonna tell you. He picked 10-4 for October 4th,
Yeah.
and the movies for that week are The Creator, a movie at the theaters,
Okay.
Nowhere. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. On
Nowhere.
Netflix, Streetwater on Hulu, Elevator Game on Netflix, and No One Will Save You on Hulu.
Okay, good.
So
That
he's
sounds
getting-
all crappy.
That sounds like a horrible show too.
That sounds so worse than what I had to sit through.
Evan says David is great, Rich is okay. So based on special sauce scoring, that's 70 out of 100.
Oh wow.
And just kidding, it's 100 out of 100.
I love Evan.
Evan.
Man.
So I just want to pop out what else we got going on, because October is going to be huge for us. We've got 2 high fives booked for October. We're going to do horror movie high fives with Mika and Kira, the Double Trouble podcast. They're going to be on the 19th of October with their 5 favorite horror movies, which we're going to score and talk about. And then Mel from My Killer Podcast is going to be on October 12th with her favorite horror movies, and we're going to score those as well. So that's going to be awesome. On October 16th, we're going to do our Disney top 10. So because that is the official 100th birthday of Disney, we're going to do our top 10 that night live. So hopefully you guys can check that out.
You gotta have Evan. Evan is like Mr. Disney.
Evan is jonesing to get on. I'm kind of
you gotta have him for
hard
that
to get,
Disney
though.
100. You
I
gotta
know,
have him on.
I'm playing hard to get with Evan, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have Evan on.
Evan better be on. He will be on.
He has
Evan-
to be
Evan will be-
on that one.
Yeah, Evan will be on. I don't doubt that one bit, but yeah, because he's like, I'll come back. I'm happy to come back. So yeah, he's Jones and he wants to be in there for that. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have you on.
We should have him score all the movies too that we picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, he's not. He told me he hates Disney. Nate, get in there. All right. Let's get out of here, my brothers. Thank you so much. And I wanted to thank all you guys for joining in the chat. Thank you guys for watching us on the replay. If you haven't already, subscribe, turn the notification bell on for us. And again, check out Geeks and Flicks if you haven't already. Give them a sub as well. But I want to say be awesome to each other and geek out is what I want to say.
I can tell
I
everyone.
want to say it. I want to say it. I'm just gonna say it.
I was waiting for it.
But
yeah. What's your closing?
Let's say it together, you guys. 1,
You
2,
want to say
3.
together?
Together, all 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Be awesome to each other
and
and geek out.
Yeah.